Coming up, we're going to tell you everything that we ate at Disney's Food and Wine Festival in October of 2018.
More like it's going to be about Kyle getting himself sick and spending way too much money. Hey everyone, welcome back to Eye to Eye Disney Through Our Eyes. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And it's time to finally talk about everything we ate and spent money on, a lot of money, in Epcot for the 2018 Food and Wine Festival. We did good this year.
We did. And contrary to my shirt, I actually did not eat a turkey leg.
But it's very appropriate for this.
I
I mean, this is all about Disney food, and it's all about how much good stuff that we ate this year. You know, we did our first Food and Wine a year ago, and we only did the 3 things.
That's it?
Yeah, I think that's all we tried.
Wow. Well, to be fair, we were only there a few hours, and it was like incredibly crowded and raining.
And lots of drunk people.
Yeah, this year was much better.
It was a lot better of an experience. Still crowded, but everybody was a little bit more well behaved. The lines weren't as long. I mean, I don't think
we had a lot more time.
I think we didn't wait in a line for food more than 5 minutes. I mean, it felt pretty.
We barely waited 5 minutes.
I know. That was the shocking thing to me. I had already prepared myself that we were going to be waiting in those lines as opposed to ride lines all night, but this was really good.
We did well.
So we have our list of everything that we tried. Most of this is just single servings and we shared, but of course there are favorites that we either had to get 2 of or split and get 2 different things because we wanted to try some. Well, you wanted to try something different in one of the stations here. So
saying I'm difficult.
You are difficult sometimes, but that's why I love you. So if you have not been to a festival before, you get what's called a passport. I'm not sure if that's showing up properly on the camera, but you can see it right there. The Epcot International Food and Wine Festival Passport, and the dates are for August 30th through the 12th. And if you...
No, what?
What?
No.
August
30th through November 12th.
November 12th. And...
So you get a little passport. It's got the dates. Then it's got every little station. It's got the countries, then it's got the other stations that aren't with the country. And then you got your stickers where you put them on the places that you visited.
So you can see there's still a lot of stickers left. So we didn't go that crazy with it. But
we went to a lot of places.
We did. I'm surprised with the amount of stations and things we tried this year and how much I just loved. So we're going to go through each station, what we tried, prices, and we'll give you the grand total at the end.
So we're doing this in order of which we tried it?
I think I got it all in order, so you have to forgive me if 1 or 2 things are out of order. But for the most part, we know we started with the best thing. Well, just the most favorite thing that we have. So what is that?
The thing that we knew that we went there to get.
Yes.
The one thing.
That's it.
That we knew we wanted was from the Canada Pavilion, and this was the Canadian cheddar cheese and bacon soup with a pretzel roll. So obviously we got individual ones of this because I was not going to share and Kyle was not going to share. That was the first stop. No, you wouldn't have. That was obviously our first stop. We didn't want to miss it, and we obviously did not want to be too full to enjoy it.
Perfect because we came in the international gateway between France and UK, so we just walked in after we got rid of the rainstorm.
Right. Yeah. And so it was honestly perfect because it did rain.
Yep.
We were a little cold, and then we got our soup, and it was wonderful.
Oh, that pretzel roll. And now I will say this year, I don't know if you remember, it's a little salty. It was.
It was almost like they added too much bacon, and I didn't realize that there could be a thing of too much bacon. But it was.
I don't know if it was the bacon, but it was just, I finally got the realization that maybe they do want to make you buy some drinks here because it is like, oh my gosh, at the end of this. So
yeah, we brought a water bottle with us, and I think we drank the entire water bottle at that station.
And then had to buy another one later on. Thankfully, that's why we have Club Cool to go to. So I'll do our next station. It was Active Eats, and we got the loaded mac and cheese with, how do you pronounce that name?
I don't know. I was just going to ignore that word.
I like trying to pronounce things because it makes me
look loaded mac and cheese with pepper bacon, cheddar cheese, peppers, and green onions.
This was $5, and we didn't say this, but the cheddar cheese soup was $5 a piece, so we spent $10 there. Loaded mac and cheese, $5 as well. I thought this was a really good deal, too, because you got it wasn't a large portion, but with all the peppers and the onions and bacon, again, we just had a lot of bacon at the forefront.
Yeah, and a lot of cheese.
My one gripe was that I felt like I like a sticky mac and cheese. You know what I'm talking about? That homemade style kind of thing.
Creamy.
Yeah, a little bit more creaminess is a good way to describe it. I wish that had a little bit more of that.
Honestly, I would not get this again.
Really?
Yeah, it was very salty. The bacon just overpowered the taste almost, the bacon and the peppers. And it was really spicy for what it was, and it wasn't comforting at all. And then it had a lot of breadcrumbs on top. And so I tasted the breadcrumbs rather than the pasta. So
Do you think that we might have felt differently had we not just had the salty soup?
No.
No? Okay. So this
would not get it again.
Least favorite?
Honestly, yes. Okay. It wasn't bad. I'm not saying that it was bad.
Right.
I'm just saying out of all of the food that we tried, this was my very least favorite.
Well, thankfully, we got rid of the saltiness by going to our next sweet station. Or
next station. So this was actually Kyle's pick, and I was shocked that you picked this. So Kyle's not normally a sweets person. That's me. So, but he was like, I just need something sweet. So we went to the Chocolate Studio and had the sweet dark chocolate raspberry torte with whipped cream. And it was $4.25. And it was a big serving for $4.
Really good deal here. Like I thought for
honestly, I'm glad that we shared. It was really rich and wonderful. It was light. It was fluffy. The raspberry sauce on top was amazing.
And then didn't it have a raspberry or two on it as well, which I gave to you because I don't like the texture of raspberries on it. I love the taste, but not the texture. But it was like exactly what we needed to cut all that salt and stuff that we had. I don't really like whipped cream either, but even that, it was like the perfect thing to have lined up when you go with these things in sequences to have next up and say, all right, you've had all this nice, savory, salty food. Come get something sweet.
Really good. And the whipped cream, that shows you the difference in like Ready Whip in a can and homemade whipped cream.
Because it was definitely not Ready Whip. It was pretty dang good. So that takes us to our next station, which was Flavors from Fire. And look, before we even get to the food in this, I just want to tell y'all the most wonderful smells that come from this. They had this giant grill out back where they've got the items that we got were the piggy wings. And this
is where we waited in line. I think this was the only station that we really waited in line.
But for good reason, because these are so good. And these are $4.75 a piece. And I think you got...
two.
Was it two? Only two?
It was only two.
But were they good size? And they come...
I don't want to be negative.
You're right. They were a little...
But they were really small. And you only get two. They were really good, though.
Right.
But...
So the value wasn't there in terms of portion, but in terms of flavor, it was.
Yeah, if we're going for value, we're going to go with the soup and the pretzel roll.
Yes, because that is for $5.
Honestly, you could get two of those and you'd be full.
Yes.
Seriously.
And that's what we knew this time is that we had to pace ourselves and share a lot of things.
We did this year much better than the last year.
Right.
We started eating about 4:30 in the afternoon. And I don't know that we finished eating our last thing until right before the fireworks.
Yeah,
and fireworks started, at like 9 o'clock? So 4.5 hours essentially of eating. So we ate something about every 30 minutes and doing rides in between and just walking the entire World Showcase. So it really, I know you felt it at the end of the day, but I didn't feel overly full or overwhelmed.
It wasn't that I was feeling that it was full. I was just feeling in other ways we won't get into later. But I got over it, and it was well worth it because of all the great flavors and things I got to try. I'm not an adventurous eater, and this is the one time that I will be adventurous. So I know. And
you'll see throughout the thing, it's not that adventurous. So
if you know me, for me it is.
Okay, next thing.
This is one of your favorites.
So this was my pick. I was looking forward to this. We went to Mexico and had the short rib tostada, which was a corn tortilla with short ribs, black beans, salsa verde, and spring onion. And I loved this.
She was so excited.
This was something I saw on another video. So I really wanted to try it. The person that I saw their video really appreciated it, said it was awesome. I forgot to say it was $6.50. But I think the only thing that we would have changed was the amount of salsa on there. It was a little overpowering.
The salsa verde.
Yeah.
I just don't like salsa verde. And so thankfully you were willing to take most of that portion.
Oh yeah, I love it. But it was just a lot on there. That's the only thing I would change. But everything else, and you don't like black beans that much, but even that thick layer of black beans with the short rib,
that's what I'm saying is because everything else meshed together so well. I just thought the salsa verde, the small portion of it that I had, was just overpowering everything else. And so, I don't like salsa. To me, should be red. It should be hearty, and that
he's not stuck in his ways at all.
Anyway, okay, let's move on to the next one. We actually went a while without getting anything after this because we went past China. We didn't get the black pepper shrimp like I wanted to because I knew we had some other stuff coming up. We went all the way to the American Pavilion and went to Hops and Barley and got the New England lobster roll. Warm lobster with fresh herb mayonnaise and a griddled roll. Another good value in the sense that you get a lot with it, but it's still really expensive at $8.
Yeah, it was very expensive.
What was your feeling? This is my first time trying lobster. What was your feeling on it?
I've had lobster before, and I thought that was fine. I think it was overpowered with that mayonnaise.
Maybe that's
with that
why.
mayo. It was just too much.
Mhm.
And I know that that's like a thing, is a lot of mayo on a lobster roll. So I just didn't love it.
Mhm.
It's probably my second least favorite. I don't know how to say that.
So when I take the experience of the lobster roll, first time trying it, it tastes like a different type of shrimp to me.
Yeah, that's
so
fair.
I think if I had just had lobster, I would have loved this. But I think, like you said, the mayonnaise, it was really, really warm. Like, and I don't know why, that just didn't sit well.
Yeah, it kind of freaks you out a little bit, being
like,
seafood and mayonnaise and that hot.
And I don't think it was my least favorite, but I still loved it. It still tasted good.
Yeah.
It's just, if I had to have eliminated something from this list, this would have been first off my list. Really expensive. But I'm glad we tried it and said it. And maybe we'll try it again at another Food and Wine Festival, and it'll be a little bit different. Hopefully it'll be cold, and that'll be good.
But no, that's the thing, is the lobster roll is supposed to be warm.
Well, I meant the weather will be cold, and maybe it'll kind of like play differently.
I will say, though, that was one of my favorite pavilions to visit because of the cast members.
Yes.
They were really interactive, really nice. We had a great experience with them. It's just the food was lackluster.
And that was like the emptiest line we had, so we just walked right up to it. Because it's so tucked away back there. Yeah. All right, next one.
So now I get to mention your favorite. The Japan pavilion, actually, which this was way stepping out of Kyle's comfort zone. So we got the teriyaki chicken bun, which was a steamed bun filled with chicken, vegetables, and a sweet teriyaki sauce at $5.50.
Y'all, another good value. I mean, this thing is loaded with chicken and vegetables and just goodness. And it's just, I didn't expect something from the Japan pavilion to be my favorite. This is my favorite savory thing that we had, because this
is better than the soup?
I'm sorry, it is. I'm just...
See, and I think by this point, I hit the wall. I was full. I couldn't eat another bite. I was like, oh my gosh. But this was awesome. It was really good. It was warm. Like Kyle said, I mean, it was a big
I wanted
bun.
Another one, but I couldn't.
But I mean, yeah, it was probably like the size of about a hamburger bun. And then obviously it's thick, and it was really, really good.
And I think this is a new addition this year, because I don't remember it last year, and from some other vloggers and podcasters that cover this type of stuff, I think I remember one of them mentioning that this is a new addition. So Disney, just well done. I hope you bring that back again. I will definitely get me another one of those next time we go.
For sure. Were there other flavors, or was that the only one?
No,
just teriyaki chicken.
Just the teriyaki chicken. Okay. However, there's another video we might do later on about previewing something else where there's a different style of this bun that it's a beef one.
Where?
It's for the festivals for Christmas thing. Yeah, it looks really good too. I'm all for that. All right, so the last one of the night, we did one more station the next day, but the last one of the night was the Morocco Pavilion. And this is stepping out just in terms of name of the thing. You would just, if you thought Kyle eating something from Japan was crazy, me eating something from Morocco is even crazier. Baklava with a price of $4.
It's chocolate baklava.
Chocolate baklava. This is rolled phyllo dough, toasted almonds. I don't like almonds. I'm not a big fan of dark chocolate or dark chocolate sauce. But for some reason, it spoke to me.
But you picked this.
I know. It spoke to me. And I said, I have got to try this. And I was expecting it to be a little bit more moist and gooier. But
normally
it's not.
it is.
It's amazing. It's like the perfect, like, warmness, crunchiness, and then that sauce. The best sweet that we had there. And we only had about 4 of these. But no, you don't think so? No? Okay, because yours is coming up. Your best sweet. That's why you say that. But this is my best sweet.
This was, what were all the sweets that we had that night?
This is only 2, and we had 2 sweets the next day.
Okay, so just the tort and
this. But that one just knocked it out.
I don't know what I'd pick. They were both really good.
Was just amazing. So I would come back, I would pay money to go back into Epcot right now just to get the baklava and that.
And did you say it was only $4?
Only $4. Great value.
It was actually really good value.
I was fighting.
You got a good amount.
I was fighting to not go back and get another one. I was like, Kyle, you can't do this. We've already spent enough money. We'll give you the total in a second.
And we were so full.
Oh, so full at this point. So thankfully the next day we came back and finished up one more thing, and our 9th pavilion I guess we call them kiosks that we went to for the festival. Taste Track, a very simple one.
Right by Test Track.
Right by, obviously, Taste Track. We got the croissant donut, except Jessica decided to go a little bit different. And what did you get?
So because of Food and Wine, they actually had different flavors. Because normally the croissant donut is in the refreshment port.
Right.
And we always get it. And it's just the cinnamon sugar one. No, no, no. For Food and Wine, they had the croissant donut with chocolate hazelnut cream and raspberries. And let me tell you, it was like diving into a pool of sugar and dying there. It was amazing.
It was basically Nutella.
Yeah, that is what it is. It's Nutella.
But
I mean, maybe they make their own. I don't care. That was amazing. It was the messiest thing ever.
It was.
Mainly because it was so windy that day. We were like having, I had to have a ton of napkins because it was so messy. But my fork kept flying away because of the wind. Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
And like
I'm done with mine, and she's like still struggling over here.
Yeah, everything was flying away. The plate kept moving. That's how windy it was. I had food on the plate, and the plate kept moving around the table.
There was a hurricane coming through.
That's fair, but that did not kill the experience. So Kyle's cronut was $6, and mine was $6.50.
Again, cronut prices have gone up a little bit.
Yeah, they used to be $4.
But I will take this any day of the week because cronuts are amazing. And it's not something new, but we have to have a cronut whenever we go there.
But that one was new. They also had a s'mores cronut, which I really wanted to try. It was the same thing. It was just a cronut with chocolate and marshmallow on it and graham crackers. But the raspberries spoke to me.
The raspberries spoke to you. It spoke to you a lot this trip.
2 times.
So 4 sweets that we tried, because I had some of yours on the hazelnut cream one, but also 6 savory things. So I felt like we had a good spread of things. We did it very efficiently.
We did the 2 cronuts on a completely separate day because I would have died if I tried to eat that the night before. I'm telling you, I was so full. That's why I couldn't eat that bayo bun. I thought literally my stomach's going to explode and I'm going to die.
All right. So for those of you that are conscientious about prices and stuff like that, we gave you those throughout this. And so our grand total comes to this $60.50. That's sharing.
Pause. To be fair though, on the night that we ate dinner there, we only ate $47.50 worth of food.
Is that true?
Yeah, because $12.50 of that was cronuts.
Wow, that is true. So
yeah, so
we had dinner for less than you can have at a Disney sit-down restaurant.
Right,
and
I was
satisfied.
Just as full, if not more.
So I think Food and Wine is a great value, especially for you to have a progressive dinner type of thing.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
So, but $6.50 overall, $60.50 overall is what we spent.
I wish it was $6.50.
We set a budget of $100. That was the maximum we were going to spend, and I think we did really well. We were satisfied. Again, there are some things we missed, like the black pepper shrimp. There were some other things I was interested in trying, but I left satisfied, full, and loving every.
That was the best.
Good. So what we want to know from you guys now in the comments section is which of these items that we tried have you tried, and which of those is your favorite? Let us know down there in the comments section below. What else should they do?
If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and you can find us on Facebook and Twitter.
That's all we have for you in this edition of I2I, but until we assemble again,
may the force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.